Hello friends, welcome back. For anyone who's new, welcome. My family is currently up in Flagstaff enjoying the snow that we've gotten here in Arizona, and I just thought this would be the perfect time to do a Skoolie tour. I have the time and the space to show you around. So this will strictly be an inside tour of the bus. Maybe when we get to Skoolie Palooza, I'll have Azriel do an outside tour with all the nitty-gritty details, which I'm sure you want to know. This is a lot of the aesthetics. But, so you know, she is a 1990 International 3800 with a DT360 engine. I have no idea what that means, but I do know that's what she has. Besides that, I'm going to take you through, show you what we've done, what we have done in the 2 years we've been living full-time now. And yeah, I hope you enjoy. If you have questions, leave them down below. And if you are going to be at Skoolie Palooza in a few weeks, come see us. We are open for tours. We love sharing our experience and all that we've done, and we hope to see you there. And to anyone else, we love you, and we look forward to when our paths cross. The front door was actually fabricated by Azriel. We found it in Tucson, and then he put in the window. The window is actually pretty great because it slides, which we love. And then the student driver sign we found on the side of the road in Michigan, and I think it's funny. This is typically how we set up the outside of the bus. We have an umbrella, some dog leashes, a dog brush. That's our thermometer gauge, some outdoor lights, and then our shoe rack. And then over here we have a moose, a compost bin, a trash bucket, a water jug, and then a shovel. One of the only parts of the bus when we got her that needed a little bit of work was this bottom step. From years, she's a 1990, all the water from people stepping on it. So we recently just redid that with epoxy and lots of quartz. And then we have these mats, and it's also painted black. And right inside we have a shoe rack, which houses our shoes, and apparently a hacky sack and some hammock straps. And then on this side, spare bags, our farmer plaque, let's see, what else do we have? Some lights, headlamps, the keys, and what do I got? Some hats today. And then across over here, we have a curtain, which comes across the windows for privacy. And then this here is a screen when we have bugs that we will use. In the front window, let's see, we have some bug spray and some binoculars, some books, and then if anyone knows me, you know, lots and lots of rocks. It was recently the holidays, so we have oranges that Ellie strung up since we are in Arizona, my hummingbird. And this is also where we end up hanging our plants. Right now, Ellie has some oranges soaking in vinegar, so we will have our vinegar cleaner for the year. And then this is a cute little shelf, which was from our old house. This is the front bench we used to have on our front porch here, which we used as a countertop ledge, which really just holds plants. This window here opens and closes. And then we just decorated with lots of fun things. This bookshelf is essentially all my childhood and then favorite books that I've gotten. We also have these little IKEA racks, which are cooks that are great. And then these are a lot of stickers and things from our travels. Up here above the door, this is all dog things. things we've learned, everything has to be organized. These are their GPS collars, their poop bags, the treat bags, all little light up collars, flea collars, everything you could think of, as well as down here behind the speaker is also dog brushes, dog poop bags, the registration's in there too, which is also where the fuse box is. And then this is all this stuff, all the gauges. Everything we've kept pretty. Azriels put a bunch of new switches and stuff on there. This is where we keep our walkie-talkies, and he's got tools. That is our inverter. And then we also have some more hooks over here for all our stuff. And that is the entryway. So right off the entryway is the kitchen. When we first walk into the kitchen here, we have our main counter space, working area, with lots and lots of storage. This is just a shelf that we built originally, and now it has things we use often, as well as tea and some wood I found in the Yellowstone River. Our Zuzu plant from West Virginia, dog treats. This is one of the two things that were original to the bus build that we kept. This table. And then a shelf Azriel built me years ago for Christmas. Storage for our mugs. And then beautiful artwork by a friend we met in Michigan. And she did this for us. I'm actually going to be covering it with resin this week to preserve it. If you see the floor, that was most recently done. It is epoxy resin with glitter in it. And then here's just where the dog water is. Little custom made container. Beautiful Arizona sun coming in. Our Berkey, which we just ordered new filters for from Borax. This space right here is where we house our batteries. If you see, charge controller, the wires go up through there. Max air fan up there. Coffee grinder, I use it every day to grind my coffee. Growing up, I wasn't allowed to play with it because my grandmother said I would break it. 2 weeks into being on the road, I did break it. So now I just attach the drill and it spins here. Our utensils, these are the dishes we use. That's all we have for eating here. This bread box honestly stores our smoothie things. We have cast iron skillets everywhere. This is the same material that we used for the front curtain. And then there's other storage in there, random things, cups and just kitchen things. And these curtains were actually bed sheets. The top sheet, I never use it, so we just turned it into curtains. More storage. I'm trying hydroponic growing. We'll see how it goes. This is an air purifier, which we always keep on, especially when we're here in Arizona. This is the temperature gauge, which I showed you outside. I love this thing. We have a compost bin. Lots of storage up above. These are all my spices, the things we use. Both the stove and the refrigerator are unique brand. They're specifically supposed to be for off-grid. This is a full-size oven. Runs off of propane. And then we did all the tiling ourselves as well. This was actually last winter. This drying rack I got off of Etsy. I absolutely love it. This sink was original when we built it originally in that first go round. We got it for Habitat for Humanity, $30. And the sink was now, there's like that silicone grout in here. And then right here, we have resin over the top, which we also placed along these edges so things can get wet. This is what I use for dish soap, so that our gray water, it's just watered down. Our gray water can be released into nature when we can. This is where our toothbrushes go. Everyone is up in Flagstaff right now, so their toothbrushes are gone. Thankfully, they all brought them. And then we have hand soap and a dish towel because we only have the one sink. So this is essentially the bathroom part of the sink and the kitchen part of the sink. And then the mason jar holder pulls out from right here, which you will see. And then our cabinets. This cabinet up here is the only other original thing that was in the bus. It used to run all the way along here, but we took that out for the couch. And so here for storage, this is mainly like spices, sauces. We have a lot of food storage because we cook from scratch. This is actually the kitty food. So she gets up here, the dogs don't get to it. And then this is also where her litter box is. She has to climb into it so the dogs don't eat the poop because those are our dogs. Lots of storage back there, trash can, fruit, our wood stove, lots more hanging vegetables, dirty dishes, and then cast iron is just everywhere because that's all we use to cook. And then this is also a drying rack. So when I need extra space, that dries dishes. This cabinet here, well, for anyone, these are our social medias. That's all we got. We post when we post. And yeah. Cabinets. Lots of mason jars and sealed storage. These are all homemade, hand-built cabinets. Same thing, like cat food, coconut water, dish towels, aprons. And we've just been building this stuff with like scrap wood that we have laying around and painting it. And then that's a baking cabinet that goes all the way back. Across from that, this is the under the sink area, which is where the water filter is and all of our, like we still have 2 Berkey filters that we got sent. And there's also, we have a propane detector under there, and then up there, here we have a carbon monoxide and fire detector, or smoke detector. That's mainly for my mom. All right, and then let's see, storage here. Again, these were just homemade. These cabinet doors were actually what came with the bus. We just added the knobs, and then we've just made these random shelves. These were drawers from an old cabinet we had at Narrow Lane, and then we've just, Tupperware and just random baking, and then utensils. As you can see, things are like half painted because it's just whatever we want it to be. It's the beauty of it. But everything has latches because when we drive, everything has to stay in. And then this is the rest of our kitchen things, the things that we actually use. And then this here is a storage trunk. It was the trunk my grandmother brought over from Sweden. And it has all of our arts and crafts in it. And then last but not least, this cabinet. These were handles with mesquite trees that Azriel built. And then last but not least, this is the other storage cabinet. We have bulk food, a lot of bulk food, pasta roller, herbs that Ellie harvested, all of our jars. Yeah, that is it. That's the kitchen. IKEA rug. Oh, and well, I guess since we are in the kitchen, these unique freezers have teeny tiny little freezer space, which I do end up filling. And then fridge space, honestly, we go to the farmer's market in the town every 2 weeks, and we do great with the space that we have. Now we shall move in to the center of the bus, the living room. One of my favorite parts of the bus is this cabinet right here, which I know that I've shown a few times, but this is our mason jar holder. It pulls out. And it separates the kitchen and the living room. Our jars start at the bottom, at the top, and then we work our way down size-wise. And then this is just copper strapping. So when we're driving, things don't bump out. We didn't do that in the beginning and things bumped out. And then this is the kitchen sink area. And she slides into place. And also, when we're driving, we have a lock. There's locks on every cabinet for when we're driving. That, through the bathroom, is the dog bed, which they're barking now to announce their presence. And then way back there is the garage, but right here is where the dogs lay, which is below our bed. Alright, and from the kitchen, we move into the center part of the bus, which again has the resin floors. On the right, we have Ellie and Robbie's bunks. Ellie is on the top, Robbie's on the bottom. Their bunks are very basic. They have a crate at the end. It's their own personal stuff and space, so that's why I have the curtains closed. These are actually curtains that were from our old house and my grandmother's. And then here we have storage space, which I will show you. This is the diesel heater intake, or this is where it blows out of. And then this is our couch. Right now it's just set up with pillows. We have cushions on it normally, but they are in a tent outside, which we are using to sleep on. This is our electronics bin, which has a regular plug up there, which works off the inverter. We have a little fun little just cubby, and just, I keep things around. Some cute little lights, curtains. These are thermal backed, which will also put reflectix over the windows. And then these two windows are the only two that have the rainbow window coverings. So you can see through them, but not really, as you can tell. And then that one is tinted like the rest. This is clearly Ellie's space. So her bunk's a little bit smaller, which she wanted because she wanted more space out here. So we have her books and her little mirror, and yes, everyone hangs out here often. And then that is the bathroom, which we'll go into next. But this is why we put the rainbow windows here. We get these like beautiful rainbows all the time. And then under here is a majority of our storage. So this is the ducting for the diesel heater. And then, yeah, I mean, right now these are some, it goes all the way back, the entire size of this couch, 2 shelves, it goes up, except for right here, which is the wheel well, and this cabinet is Eliana's clothes. Robbie's clothes, underneath his bunk, is where we put them, and he also has this whole strip of storage. Now to the bathroom. Oh, actually, as we're going by, we have these randomly throughout the bus. These are car cup holders, which we found at an RV store. They're great. We love them. Okay, on to the bathroom. So the bathroom is divided, because we have the center hallway, into toilet area, which in about another week, this will all be changing. So this is our toilet area. And then we have a medicine cabinet, which also works as a half wall to separate our bedroom, which is also what this door is. That door will flip down, as you'll see, and that's how we also climb into the bed. And then the shower, which currently is housing the washing machine, because when we're not showering, we're probably doing laundry. In the shower, we have a curtain, and then foaming hand soap, or foaming soap for our bodies, some Icelandic shampoo from when I went back in July, shampoo bars, rosemary oil, pretty basic stuff. And it's covered in resin so that it can get wet. And then we have a squeegee to get the water down. This Azriel did, it is just a valve. It is only hooked up to hot water. So we set the temperature when we want to take a shower. My preference is 115. Everyone else is 106 and above. And then this is copper to help waterproof. We did this tiling ourselves, and it's actually a silicone based, or there's silicone in the grout, so it hasn't, nothing shifted as we've moved around. We have hooks for towels, laundry bag. These LED strip lights have been wonderful. The only thing is once you put them in, you can't lift them up. So this is the only space where we haven't moved them, and so they've stayed. And then when you're in the shower or in the bathroom, we don't have a door, we just have a curtain. We're all a pretty close-knit family. This works for us. It may not work for others, but that's the beauty of getting to build our own space. And then the bathroom, the wallpaper used to be in our old kitchen. And this is a energy grid I built. We have our snake plant and the essential oil diffuser because it's the bathroom and it's a composting toilet. I got these cute little essential oil holders on Etsy. These are all our basic, we got makeup and Q-tips and hair things. And then every nook and cranny has space built into it. So this is deodorant and things. Another shelf for whatever. And then this cabinet houses lots more stuff. I found that at an antique place in Tucson. We put more stuff on top. In the medicine cabinet. Yeah, that's our little bathroom. Pretty soon we will actually be taking this composting toilet out and putting our own hand-built one. This one has worked great, but you just can't get it clean, and we are going to build a system. We're essentially just going to enclose it, put a toilet seat on there, and we will be partaking, or no, what's that? That's not the right word. We'll be releasing this toilet. This is was great to learn how to compost. We've learned a lot, but now we are ready for doing our own thing. So next to the bathroom is the dog bed, which Zara is beautifully modeling. Hi, Zara. Who's my good girl? And with that door down, that's how we get up into our bed. Before I go up there, I just want to show you underneath my bed. We got toolboxes on either side, and then this is storage. When we're traveling, it has different things. Right now we have arts and crafts and sewing and our guitar because it's winter and we have much more space to be creative. So to get up in the bed, little ladder, which also acts as a door which we can close, especially at night. We go to bed before the kids. And now I will hop up and show you. So our bedroom is essentially a little bit bigger. It's probably the size of a queen bed. We have a full-size mattress. And this is the view out the back window right now. Little stained glass piece, and then these are some hair wraps I'm working on for Skoolie Palooza. And then, so at the end of our bed, this is some wallpaper I got off of Etsy, which I love. I painted the ceiling copper because I also love it. This little basket is Azriels storage. This is a fan, a USB chargeable one, so I put it there when I sleep. Pillows from IKEA, which are stuffed with sweaters. I left one open and one closed so you can see this is where our clothes go. It's another cabinet where I keep my herbs at the end of our bed. And then when we flip it around, the head of the bed, I didn't have enough wallpaper, so I ended up like cutting pieces out to kind of make my own wallpaper. Pillow stuffed with sweaters. We have a shelf down there. Those are Azriels books. This is my built-in storage. I got my books and my art supplies and my little humidifier. And then this is where I hang jewelry, hair things, lotions and books that I'm reading. These are the books that are in rotation. These are the ones that are upcoming. And then another little storage space up there. Robbie's little handprint. And yeah, and then you can see the bathroom from there with the now dirty, well, clean laundry drying. And Callie in the hallway. There she is. My room to complete the tour. I hope you enjoyed the tour of our home. It has been a labor of love for us. 90% of what you see in here was upcycled or reused from the past, and we love this life, and we just really wanted to share what's possible when you put your mind to it, and all you need is a little creativity. Stick around and we'll see what we have coming up. Thank you for watching, and we will see you next time. Always love, friends.